Actually, can you hear me now? You are on
Yeah, I'm
mute.
able to hear, Ashwin.
Yeah. Now let us
Yeah, I'm
start.
able to hear.
Okay, hold on. Let us start from the beginning again. Okay. So, just okay. Yeah. Now tell me about yourself and what do you do in your projects, your roles and responsibility. Describe.
Okay. Okay. Hi, I am Nageshwari Gudwada and I'm having 5.5 years experience into performance testing. I'm currently working for a company called Planet, an NRI company. And here I'm currently working for the project Auto in General, which is an insurance company, Australia. And I'm having pretty much experience into the domains like e-commerce and insurance. As a performance tester, here I am involved into NFR gatherings, test plan preparation, and I'll be doing scripting, executions, and reporting for reporting. And here we will maintain three folders in which in
Yeah.
the
Hold
first
on.
folder
Hold on.
where the order.
When you
Yeah.
say you till the point you are involved in scripting, reporting, and analyzing, that's okay. After that, before you say
Okay.
we maintaining folders, you should say our company follow
Mm.
some standards. Okay, you need to
Okay.
mention
Our company could follow some
or some
Okay.
scripting standards.
Our company follows some scripting standards here. We'll be maintaining three folders. One for the raw script,
Versions.
for storing the raw script. Three versions of the in scripting. First version we will be saving the scripts, raw scripts. In the second folder we will be saving the enhanced scripts. Under the third folder we will be saving the final scripts for execution. For the execution. Anything else, Ashwin?
Okay. So why do
Is it
you
sufficient?
maintain these versions? Is there any reason?
So, and yes, if some enhancements may go wrong, right, we can start from we can prevent again re-recording the scripts.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now tell me like what do you mean by this NFR? You said you are involved right from NFR gathering.
Yes.
So what is this
Yes.
NFR?
In non-functional requirements, what we do is we will extract the production logs from the server. Here we will analyze the logs by feeding the logs to the data analyzer. From there, we will be deriving the critical transactions, the number of users. In the logs will contain info about for the last 6 months. Here we will be deriving the critical transaction flows, the number of users, the environment details. From there, we can and the configuration of the environment. So we'll be having these. We will get to know all these things from the non-functional requirements.
Okay. So in NFR, other than performance, do you see any
Mm.
other data like requirements in the other than performance?
Other than performance means the. I'm not sure about that thing,
Okay.
Ashwin.
Okay. So normally in NFR, other than performance, you'll have data on for security testing and recovery testing.
Okay,
Okay.
data for security testing and recovery testing. Okay.
Yeah. Because they'll maintain
Okay.
only one NFR document for all non-functional testing. So we have
Okay.
security and OAT in your Planet. They call it as a OAT, right? For OAT,
Okay.
security and performance, they'll maintain one NFR document. In they'll have in different sheets like folders or tabs. Let's say
Okay.
sheet 1 will be for performance, sheet 2 will be for security, sheet 3 will be for OAT, something like that. They'll
OAT.
maintain.
OAT.
Yeah.
OAT testing. Okay.
Okay.
So other than this performance, these logs, we will have a OAT testing info and
Security.
security. Okay.
What do you mean by OAT testing?
Uh, me. I am not having any idea. Acceptance OAT. I'm not sure. Data recovery, is it
Operational
data recovery?
acceptance testing.
Operational acceptance testing. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Let us come
What
back
is
to.
what is
It is
OAT?
same like your recovery testing. They have given a different name like OAT, operational
Okay.
acceptance testing, just like user acceptance testing or
Okay.
usability testing.
Okay, fine.
So how do you rate yourself in Loadrunner from 1 to 10?
I'll rate myself as 7
Don't say 7, say
in
5.
Loadrunner. Okay, 5. Okay.
Okay. Now, so what is the function you'll use for a correlation in Loadrunner?
For correlation, we'll be using WebRed param function in correlation.
Okay. So in WebRes param, there's something called ORD, ordinal. What is that?
Ordinal value.
Yeah, what is that?
Ordinal value. If it is 0,
0.
If it is 1,
Okay.
if ordinal value is equal to 1, we'll be extracting the first first match. We'll be deriving the first match from there by using 1.
Okay. Right. So how do you define these matches? Like, how do you know that this is a first match, second no?
So we
How do
can
you
check
match?
in the. Sorry.
Yeah, correct. What you're saying is correct. Just go ahead.
Yeah, so we'll be checking this from the replay log, means the dynamic value for wherever we'll be getting the dynamic value, that match number we have to define in the ordinal value.
Right. Then how do you match? Like, with what thing you will match?
With the replay log, recorded log will
replay
be
log.
matching.
Yeah, you can
Replay log.
search in replay or recording log anywhere, but you have one dynamic value, right? So
Yes,
on
yes.
that dynamic, how do you say that's match 1, 2? You need to search with something, right?
Left boundary and right boundary will be
Yeah.
search.
So when I say ordinal
Yeah.
value, what happens? When you search with your left boundary, for the first time you find the value, then it's the ordinal
Yes.
one. If I say ordinal 5, then
It will be the 5th. Ordinal value will be 5.
but before that, it should have 5 values for that correlation.
Yes, for that particular correlation, yes.
So for that correlation, you have multiple values generated with the same left and right boundary. So here,
Yes.
left and right boundaries are the important. Okay.
Okay.
What happens if I give ORD equal to all?
All the means all the values which are having the same left and right boundary will be captured.
Okay. So now I have captured all the values using WebRes param ORD equal to all. Now out of those all the values, I want to capture the random thing. How do you do that?
Okay. So random means we have to use -1, ordinal value equal to -1.
You're mixing JMeter and Loadrunner. JMeter is totally different. Okay. Loadrunner is different.
Okay.
Now you have already captured all using ORD equal to all. Then you have captured all. But out of those all, I want to capture or save only one value. That is also randomly.
Okay. Randomly. Okay.
There is a function used in Loadrunner.
WebRes. I'm sorry, I can't remember.
Yeah, it's LR underscore param ARR underscore random.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Okay, what is that?
LR underscore param underscore random.
Yeah. In that, you just give the correlation name. It will capture the random value.
Okay.
Okay. And
Okay.
in this same WebRes param, there is something called save offset. What is that?
Save offset.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm not sure.
Okay. Save offset. Hold on now. Let me. Can you see the screen? Is it visible?
Yes. Yeah. Web save param. Yeah. Yeah.
Which is the function, say when I say save offset equal to 6. Okay. So you're trying to capture one API key, that is this one. Okay. So this is your left boundary, right? That is what I've given here. When you say save offset equal to 6, it will ignore the first 6 digits of your correlation value and it will capture the remaining value.
Okay.
Okay. So there is something called save length. What do you mean by save length?
Up to 10 digits it will capture from the
if I give
10 digits it will capture.
If I give save length equal to 10, it will capture only first test 10 digits and rest will be ignored.
Yeah.
Okay. So remember this point.
Save offset means it
Save
will ignore
offset is
first
to ignore
6
the values.
letters.
Save length is to capture the
dynamic value.
number of values you have given here.
Okay.
Okay. So how do you do the parameterization?
Parameterization.
No, did you pass any test data through parameterization in Loadrunner?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
Yes,
So how many types, like normally how do you pass the data? When I say how do you pass randomly or sequentially?
Yes, there are multiple ways we can pass randomly, sequentially.
Okay. So normally which sequence you follow in your test?
I have passed sequentially more often.
Okay. What is the difference between sequential and random?
Sequentially means from the it will take one by one from the given values, whereas randomly means it will pick the random within the given values.
Okay. So there is something like unique each iteration. Do you know that?
Yes, yes.
So what is the difference between unique each iteration and unique once?
Unique each iteration means it will for every iteration the unique value will be unique. It will select unique value. Unique value. And what is the other thing you are asking?
Unique once.
Unique
Once.
Unique ones. For every iteration, it will only pick the only one value for one time.
Even if I give each iteration also, but for each iteration, it will pick one value only. So what is the difference? When do we go for this unique once?
Unique ones.
Okay.
For every iteration means?
Yeah. See, normally when I say unique once, okay, if I have 10 values, right? If I say unique each iteration and when I run my script for 10 times, every time it will pick any unique value. Okay. 10 values will be picked for 10 iterations, right?
Okay.
But when I say unique once, it will pick only one value. It
for every iteration.
Yeah. But this is not applicable for every each iteration. It will pick only one. Here, the scenario when you use this unique once is for logins you'll use. Remember this point. See, normally, how do you run your script? Your script will have login, then action, then
actions,
and
then
that is you
log
log
out.
into the script, you run your action part and you log out, right? So here what is happening? You log in once and your scenario will be run multiple times. At the end of the scenario, you log out. This is the scenario, right?
Yes.
Here login is happening only once. So in this scenario, you'll use unique once. Because only one will be
for logging once.
Yeah.
For logging
And
in one time and doing multiple actions multiple times and logout, you will be using only one user.
yeah, not user,
Unique
one value each.
unique
Say,
ones.
if you are running your test in controller with 10 users, right?
Okay.
And you have 10 username passwords. When you
Mm,
say unique ones, each user will
mm,
pick only one username password. They log into the
mm,
application, and
mm.
after logging in, this 1 hour duration you run, right, your test.
Okay.
For this 1 hour, you'll make multiple transaction. At the end of the test,
o-
they'll log out. So
Okay.
normally you choose this unique ones for your test for logins only, login details.
Okay. Okay.
And
And unique iteration means?
unique each iterations. Say if you have a data like your SSN numbers, credit card numbers, phone number, that
Mm-hmm.
wherein you cannot pass the duplicate details, right?
Okay.
So you have a bunch of
Yes.
500,000 rows of records, which are like SSN numbers, your Aadhaar card numbers. You cannot pass same Aadhaar card for different user, right?
Yes.
So in
Okay.
that scenario, you'll pass. I'll use this unique each iteration. Now, one more question.
Okay.
What is the difference between each iteration and each occurrence? It can be sequence, random, or anything. Difference
Mhm.
between each occurrence and each iteration.
Each occurrence.
Mhm.
So each iteration means once a value is picked up, the same parameter value will be passed throughout the iteration.
Yeah, that I know. What is each occurrence then?
Each occurrence means it will pick up a new value, right?
New value for what?
Uh, for each occurrence from the parameter list.
Yeah, what do you mean by that? Each occurrence in the sense.
For example, if a parameter has 3 occurrences in the same iteration, then 3 values will be selected.
Yeah, what you said correct. Okay, let me reiterate. See, if there is a parameter that is passing in your script, 3 different places. For example, let me show you this
Okay.
script. See, in this, uh, let us say here, you are passing project ID here, right? Let us say
Okay.
this is a we are passing some through parameterization. Here it is there, here it is there, like this. So many places it is there, right? When I
Yes.
say each iteration, only one value will be passed throughout this script. Okay.
Okay.
When I
Each
say
iteration. Okay.
each occurrence,
Each occurrence.
when you select, the first value passed here. When it comes to the second occurrence or second place, the second value will
will
be
be
picked.
selected.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's say this is your script. This is your value.
Okay.
Okay. When you say this, if it is passing this thing, here it will pass this one. In the next occurrence, it will pass this one. Next occurrence, this will pass this one.
Every
So
time we encounter the variable, new value will be picked, right?
passed.
Okay.
Okay. That is the difference between new iteration
Each
and new
iteration,
occurrence.
each occurrence. Okay.
Now, my next question is, for which type of values or which type of parameterization you pass this each occurrence? Normally, you won't pass different data in the same script, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
But there will be some scenario where you need to pass your test data for each occurrence.
Maybe picking up multiple product IDs.
No, the product ID will be same for throughout the script for each iteration. Second iteration only the ID will be changed, right? If you are passing product IDs.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, let me tell you. Normally, when we pass the timestamp or data or date with time, the time will contain seconds and milliseconds, right?
Yes.
So here, let me take you back to the same script. Here, if I'm passing date here, Okay, there should be some date
Mm.
value here. Yeah, you can see it. Here, this is a date, right? This time.
Yes.
So here it contains seconds also. Here, if you can see 21 to 247. By the time my script starts here and comes to the next value, the time will be changed.
Mm.
You can see it here. The time will be changed. Yeah. Right? If you
Okay.
want to pass the correct time in those scenarios, you'll use each occurrence, because for each occurrence, your seconds will be keep
The
on
time
changing.
will be changing. Yeah,
Right?
seconds will be changing.
Yeah. So
Okay.
that's the correct answer. Okay. That's why they have given this each occurrence.
Okay.
And one more thing, there is something called first line data in parameterization. Do you know what is that and when do we use that?
No, I don't know. First line.
First line data in
Okay.
Loadrunner.
No, I don't know.
Yeah. Can you see the screen?
Yes, I am able
Yeah,
to see.
here there is something called first data line. Okay. So when I say first data line, say I have 10 rows, like hundreds of records, right? I don't want first
Yes,
four rows. I want to start my script with
from the fifth one.
fifth one. So I just give your 5. So
So
fifth
from the
row
fifth
will be
one, it will
started.
pick up, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why we need this? I don't want to delete the data. It will just hide the rows. Whatever the rows are above this, first data line, that will be hidden, not deleted.
Okay.
Okay.
So
So
the
this
first
is
5 rows will be hidden. So it will pick up
hidden.
from the fifth one.
Yeah. That's the importance of first data line. Now,
Okay.
so we have covered about parameterization, correlation. I'll come to correlation later. Now, how do you validate your script in Loadrunner?
By replaying the script and checking whether we have captured the right value in the replay log, dynamic value.
Okay. Yeah, that is okay. Do you use any function to validate any kind of validation point, checkpoint?
Checkpoints. Yeah, we'll use checkpoints to validate, means whether we are getting correct response or not.
Yeah, what is the function you use to validate checkpoint?
Checkpoint.
What is the function you'll use in Loadrunner?
Registry functions. No.
No, what is the
not registry function.
Loadrunner function?
WebReg find.
WebReg?
Find.
Okay.
Find.
So can you tell me when WebReg find, what do you give?
In WebReg find, we will give the text or some response code so that we can find whether means whether that particular text we are able to get in the replay log or not.
Okay. Yeah, in Loadrunner, we don't give the response codes. Response code option there in only JMeter. Okay. In Loadrunner,
only text.
Yeah, only text. Okay. And in Loadrunner, WebReg find there is something called save count. What is that?
Save count.
Yeah.
To save the count value in the parameter, text count value in the parameter.
No, wrong actually. The same, like, if you put, if you give some text value like welcome as your checkpoint, right? Save count will return how many times that checkpoint is appeared on your script or for that particular request.
Okay.
So if you put welcome to the user as your checkpoint, maybe on for that request, welcome might be displayed multiple times, right? It will count how many times that the text checkpoint appeared in that script.
In the script, okay. How many times it that particular text is appeared in this replay log? Okay. Okay.
And
okay.
Now, see, I'll give you a scenario like, we have a retail application. Okay. Now for this application, we have categories, right? Like products categories. Like, we have laptops for separate category, lens for separate category, and iPads for separate category. Now I want you to prepare a script, and that would pick any product and create a script, right? You have created, but I want, when you replay, I want to pick the same script should work for all the categories, and it should randomly pick the categories, and within the categories, it should pick the product randomly and add to the cart and say, make a
Checkout.
purchase.
Okay.
So I just try to understand how. I don't want the code how you want. Just I want to understand how do you do this logic.
So by by giving a loop to the category ID, and we can pick that particular category ID randomly, so that every time the script runs, it can pick up any of the category, like
Yeah, how do you pick the category? How do you pick the category?
By including that in a loop.
Which loop?
For loop.
For loop. How do you put that into the loop? Like, again, you're trying to mix up JMeter and Loadrunner together. Okay. In Loadrunner, normally, how do you capture a particular category? What is
By
the
using
technique
the
used?
ID, category ID.
Yeah, how do you capture the
Correlation.
category? Yes, that is what I
Correlation.
So through correlation, you'll try to capture the category IDs, right?
Yes.
So when you use this ORD all, you'll get all the categories, right? Each category probably they'll have the same left and right boundaries. When you say ORD equal to all, you'll get all the categories. And now out of this, all the categories, you should do capture random category.
Yeah, any one.
So what is the function you'll use to capture random category? I mean, random value? I just.
Yes. LR random.
Yeah, LR underscore param underscore random.
Param underscore random. LR underscore.
With this function, you can randomly pick the category. The same thing applicable for products also. So within category, you have multiple products, right?
So by correlating that product ID, we can, by using ordinal value is equal to all, we can select any of them inside.
Yeah.
Inside that particular category.
Yeah, and in Loadrunner, there is a function to return the index for a particular correlated value. For example, in ORD all, you have 10 values, right? You can pass like index value. For that, there is a function is there. What is that?
Index value. I don't know.
Yeah, it is LR underscore param ARR underscore IDX, index IDX.
Okay, LR underscore param underscore IDX.
Yeah, random is to pick the random value. IDX will return the index value. You need to, pass the index value.
Index value means
like, 10, you have 10 values captured using correlation,
category.
With ORD equal to all. You want to pick only the fourth one every time. Every time
so
you want to pick
value
the
we have
fourth
to
one.
give is equal to 4.
Yeah, then you put that into IDX and give the number 4. Left side, you will give the parameter name, like your correlation parameter name, comma, the number. Will return the fourth value. Okay.
So it is like grouping in JMeter.
Yeah.
Grouping concept in JMeter.
Not a grouping, I won't say grouping, but same with single group only. Every time I want to pick the fourth value only. Like ordinal value 4. It is same as like, if you give ORD equal to 4, it will every time it will pick the fourth value, right? There is a alternate ways to you can pick using this function. Okay. Yeah, now we are done with the scripting. Let's move on to the execution part. How many types of test executions have you done in Loadrunner?
As a scenario, we can execute.
No, how much? I'm asking about testing types.
Yes, testing types means load test, stress
Yeah,
test.
that's what.
Mm.
So what type of tests have you done till now?
Load test and stress test.
Okay, only two.
Yes.
So how do you do test execution, and which component will you use?
We use controller for execution.
Okay, so normally what type of scenario you create in controller?
Scenario.
Hmm.
Hmm. Schedule by will be using. Schedule by scenario.
Yeah, schedule scenario only. See, in controller, there are different types of scenarios you can create, right? Like you have a basic, right? You have a basic scenario, you have a manual scenario. Have you created any scenario in controller till now?
Yes, I have created.
So what is the difference between manual scenario and goal-oriented scenario?
Uh, Manual scenario. I forgot.
Okay, let me share the screen. Let me know if you can see the screen. This is controller, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
So when I
I'm able
create, there
to
is
see.
something called manual and another one is goal-oriented.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Every time we'll use manual scenario.
Yeah. Within manual, when you say you can create a scenario in manual, here there is something called basic schedule and real world schedule, right?
Yes.
So I'll come back to this, but first let me explain what is this goal oriented scenario. When you say manual, you can create a scenario manually. Goal oriented scenario, you can set a goal, right? We have some
Means,
SLAs, right? Hold on.
yes, okay. Hello.
Yeah, sorry, I was on mute. So we have some SLAs, right? You can, you can create a scenario based on your SLAs. That is goal oriented scenario. Here you can set your goals like in terms of number of users, response time, and hits per second. Okay, here if you see, what is the goal you are trying to set? Okay.
Number of users. Okay. Hello.
Yeah, there. Okay. See, you can check it here. These are the goals you can set. Hits per second and response time, virtual users. So you want to set a goal like whether my application can reach up to the 10,000 users or not. You can set a goal. Here I can put 10,000 here.
Okay.
Right? So if
Or we
your
can set
application is not
accordingly
able to
hits per
reach,
second as
then
well.
your SLA is failed.
Okay.
Like that, you can set goals for only these four. Okay. Now my next question would be, what is the difference between hits per second and transactions per second?
Hits per second is the number of hits hitting the server, whereas the transactions is the number of transactions. Means transactions will have multiple requests, right? The number of transactions
Yeah,
hitting the
yeah,
server.
you're correct. See, each transaction will have multiple requests, and hits is each request. Okay, in simple words, right? Yeah, that's good. So only these things you can set as your target or SLA, and you create the scenario. When we run, we can know whether it has reached the goal or not. Okay.
Okay.
So, and the next question would be under manual scenario. See, I have these two, right? The group and scenario, right? Schedule by group, schedule by scenario. What is the difference between schedule by group and schedule by scenario?
Schedule by group and schedule by scenario.
Okay,
So
I'll give you a
schedule by
I'll ask you like this. See, I have three scenarios. Okay, three scripts. One is, creating a policy. Okay, first scenario will create a policy, and second scenario has to edit the same policy created. Okay, and the third scenario should cancel that policy.
Okay.
The three scenarios. First scenario should create the policy. Second scenario should edit the same created policy. Third scenario should cancel the policy. Now I want to run this controller.
Okay.
Right now, how do you do that?
So for every scenario, we have
no,
to.
you have everything set up, right? You have already created the scripts. You have created
Okay.
a script for create policy, and you pass the parameterization for same policy number. Okay. And in the third scenario, you are canceling the policy. Scripts are there.
Okay.
Okay. Now
Yes,
you
yes,
need to
okay.
execute. How do you execute? Can you execute at a time policy creation and editing?
No, one
and
by one we
cancellation?
have to execute.
One by one, right? So now how do you
Yes.
plan this? How do you achieve this?
By using scenario schedule by group.
Okay.
Schedule by group, we can use, we can run the,
Yeah, that's a correct answer. Now tell me, how do you use?
The first group, for the first group, the policy will be created.
Yeah, but how do you,
The real world schedule.
if I put like this,
Global schedule.
see, for example, here I have three scripts, okay, three scenarios, let us say.
Okay.
Three different scenarios, right?
Okay.
Now I want to run this one first, after that this one, after that this one. How do you?
Yes.
How do you plan it? You said schedule by group, okay.
Okay.
Now tell me, how do you plan?
Initialize, start the group means we have to start the group.
Okay.
Start immediately after the scenario begins.
Yeah, only 1 minute left. So yeah, let me complete this question. Okay, see, normally when we say group, right? Here, Loadrunner will treat each script as a separate group. Okay. I have multiple scripts. Each script will be treated as separate group. You need to select the group first scenario. And for that, how do you want to start? I want to start the first one immediately. Okay. And when I select the second one, here I would give, instead of start immediately, I would select this option called start when this group first one is completed.
Okay.
Then you can see on the right hand side, only it started only after completion of the first one. Same thing you will do. Start
for the
when
third
this
one, second one.
Yeah. Now you can see on the right hand side, three. First scenario ends, then second scenario will start. After that, third scenario will start.
Third scenario.
Now that's the importance of groups.
Okay.
Okay, I think this session is going to end. We'll reconnect, okay?
Okay.